I'm so glad you're interested in learning how to paddleboard. Let's get started. I've already put my board in the water and I've attached the ankle band to my left ankle. That's just where I'm comfortable with having it. Next, you're going to, especially if you're just starting out, you're going to want to fasten and secure your life vest. Mine has a zipper with 2 buckles. And make sure it's the appropriate size for you, otherwise it's not really going to help you out much if you need to float. So, let me bring my board around. How I'm going to get onto the board today is onto my knees. I'm going to use my knees to get onto the board. Because we're just starting out, we want to be comfortable with keeping our balance. We want to be familiar with how, with how you're moving on the board, on the water. So get comfortable. Grab your paddle because that'll help you maneuver around the water. And just paddle around a little bit. Get comfortable with how you and the water are going to move. And so now that you're comfortable with sitting on the board, you're getting the feels with the water, you're using your paddle, you're going in different directions. Maybe you're doing some fun donuts out there in the water. We're going to learn how to stand up. This is very important. Do not be close to anyone or anything, because if you do happen to lose your balance and you slip off the board, you don't want to knock your noggin on anything. You don't want to bump into anybody or, ruin their balance on whatever they're doing. It's just important to make sure you have your own space. So how I like to get up is just by putting my hands down. I'll put the paddle down and I kind of just very quickly just jump up. And once you do that, you just get used to moving with your paddle. You can just stand and let the water take you for a little bit, and then when you want to move again, you can just plop right back down and start paddling. Just get used to keeping your balance. Sugar. If you want to do different stances on the boards, you can. You can do sideways, act like you're surfing. You can still paddle both ways. What's very comfortable for me, and I have been doing this for a few years now, I honestly, though this looks very unprofessional, like I just started yesterday, but we're good. What I like to do, I like to just stand like this, and I kind of just teeter my hips back and forth, help me keep my balance. I'm fine with paddling this way, changing directions. Say, we got stuck behind in the group that we're adventuring with, we got to turn around. And now you're off. And to go from standing up to sitting back down, it's not that difficult. You can do it multiple ways. You can do it very gracefully. You could do it just by flopping down on the board like a jellyfish. What I like to do is just drop the paddle. I like to drop the paddle, honestly, between my legs, just so I don't have to be afraid of it rolling off the board if I, lose my balance. And I just grab onto the board and I just go down just like that. You can use your hands to paddle, same exact way. You can lay down on your stomach, just do fun things on the paddle board, whatever you're comfortable with. And what I'll show you next is when you become an expert, this is what you can do next. Sit, sit. Okay, now that you're an expert at paddleboarding, take your little furry buddy with you. They need safety too, so this is Bunker's life jacket. Make sure you do all the buckles, it's the right size. It's not too tight, not too loose, because just like life jackets for us, if they're too loose, they're not going to protect us when we need them. They're not going to do what they are meant to do. So, Bunker, we're going to come on over here. He's excited, he already knows what to do. I'm going to reattach my ankle band. I am going to sit down, move the board close to me as possible. I'll do it over here so you guys can see what's going on. This does look like I'm scaring him, but this is how we get on the board, okay? Oh boy, it's okay. This is gonna look so bad. Normally, if I'm being honest, he does go on the board where I am sitting, but for video and instruction purposes, I wanted you guys to see everything that's going on. So he's good, he's on the board, and he'll float on the board for hours. He's been stuck in the water on that board and he just stands there. I'm then going to put my paddle on the board. What I'm actually doing now is just turning the board so we're going in the right direction when we're ready to take off, because that's important. Bunker's excited. He is definitely ready to go. Put my paddle up there. I'm going to put myself carefully on the board so I don't make us tip over. Bunker's gonna move up a little bit. Good boy. And as you can see, look at this. We have a family of geese coming to visit us. We have 3 babies. They saw Bunker and got a little intimidated. 3 babies and maybe a mom and a dad, or moms. Don't really know who they travel with. That's their little family. So, you and your furry buddy are now ready to take off. If I'm like already completely soaked and don't care about falling in, I'll stand up and be rough and Bunker and I will jump in off the board. But for instruction purposes and for what I'm trying to get across in this video, I'm just gonna stay seated and we are just going to paddle. We'll come back over here so we can leave the geese family alone. Bunker. And now, not only you, but you and your furry little friend can also enjoy a cool fun thing to do this summer. Thank you. So now that you're done for the day, you're coming on in. You're gonna come into the dock. I like to just throw my paddle on there. It's just, I don't have to worry about it. Now remember, your ankle is attached to the board, so the board isn't going anywhere. Grab onto your ladder, and just 1 foot right after the other. You're up, you're good. Make sure you are stable, you're good. You can turn around. You can unhook your ankle band, which is what we'll do. We'll do this. And then you just take your board out of the water and you're all set. And now you know how to paddleboard and enjoy your summer.